Okay, so we have a big breaking news coming out. New York City Mayor Eric Adams has announced an executive order allowing ICE agent to operate, look at this, on Rikers Island after meeting with border czar Tom. This is a big breaking news here, guys. All right, so it seems like New York Mayor is cooperating. Ever since yesterday, you had the U.S. Attorney General, Pam. She said that she was going to come after those leaders and end why. And it seems like Mayor Adam is like, hey, I don't want no problems. Welcome to New York. That's the island. All right, guys, before I start, for those of you that want to help and support the channel, we do have the Cash App and also Patreon link in the description box. Once again, there's another way to support the channel, and that's through Patreon. $1 a month. We get you access to our live stream once a week. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on YouTube. Thank you so much for your support. Guys, I did a live stream not too long ago on this channel. You may want to check it out. The link will be in the comments box. And I want to thank every single one of you for your love and support. All right, so what's going on here? All of a sudden, it seems like these leaders in New York is so far, Mayor Eric Adams is the first. Now remember, they pressed lawsuit on the governor and also the Attorney General Letitia James. So it seems like Mayor Eric Adams is like, hey, I'm willing to work with you guys. Just please don't come after me and this and that. So Mayor Eric Adams says he's working on an executive order to let ICE operate again at Rikers Island. The mayor released a statement on his plan after meeting with Donald border czar Tom. All right. And for those of you that don't know about the story, Pam, the U.S. Attorney General, said the reason why they are going after the leaders in NY is because they're putting the illegals over American citizens. So that's the reason why they announced that yesterday, and today it seems like the mayor is cooperating. We don't know anything about the governor or the New York Attorney General yet. Mayor Eric Adams says he's working on an executive order that will allow ICE to operate once again on Rikers Island. The mayor's comment was part of a statement released by his office after he met with Donald border czar Tom earlier today. Now, the full statement reads, it says here, as I have always said, immigrants have been crucial in building our city and will continue to be key to our future success. But we must fix our long broken system. Since the spring of 2022, NYC has been forced to shoulder the burden of a national humanitarian crisis where more than 230,000 have come to our city seeking support at a cost of approximately $7 billion, with a little help from the previous administration. That is why I have been clear that I want to work with the new federal administration, not war with them, to find common ground and make better the lives of New Yorkers. So today, I met with border czar Tom and local federal law enforcement officials to discuss how we can work together to remove these lawlessness gangs from our city. It's about time. We are now working on implementing an executive order that will reestablish the ability for ICE agents to operate Rikers Island, as was the case for 20 years. But now, instead, ICE agents will specifically be focused on assisting the Correctional Intelligence Bureau in this criminal investigation, in particular, those focused on lawlessness criminals and gangs. So we also discussed ways to embed more NYPD detectives into federal task forces focusing on these gangs and lawlessness activity, keeping the 8.3 million New Yorkers who call our city home safe is and will always remain our administration North Star. All right, so that's coming out from New York City Mayor Eric Adams. He's saying that he wants to work with this current administration and that he got little help from the previous administration. So we have more information coming out right now. We have a lot more. So please share this video. Eric Adams meets Donald Balthazar Tom as White House pushes for deportation. Alright, so once again, in a sign of increasing cooperation with Donald, once again, you have the right administration hardline, so-called Balthazar Tom, met with NY mayor on Thursday as the White House pushes for more detaining and deporting those lawlessness, especially those accused of crimes. It's about time. It's about time. Send them home. Here's the thing. You guys had that opportunity. You did it to yourself. You did it to yourself. And I'm talking about the lawlessness. I'm talking about those Looney Tunes. Mr. Adams did not address reporters following the closed-door talks with Balthazar Tom at a federal office building in NY. Both men left the meeting in vehicles. Besides discussing immigration, Adams has said before the meeting that he intended to bring up the look at this, FEMA move on Wednesday to claw back more than $80 million they had previously paid the city to help defray the cost of sheltering more of these new people. Follow me with the code words. Follow me with the code words. It says here, you have ICE officials have long had a contentious relationship with NY, which has sanctuary laws that limit police cooperation with federal immigration enforcement. Mr. Adams has controversially said he favors loosening those sanctuary policies, but he does not have the broad power to do so as mayor. So that's why they're going after the gov. He is under strong pressure to cooperate with Donald. All right, the crackdown and what appears to be a carrot and stick approach with money being withdrawn, but at the same time, the Department of J intervening with federal prosecutor in Manhattan and ordering them to drop the criminal lawlessness case against Adams. There's a possibility Donald's working with Adam. Hey, I could pardon you. Let me in your city. All right, so once again, it says here the mayor has been struggling amid a sprawling federal lawlessness investigation that has cost him key lieutenants and resulted in the mayor himself being indicted last September, accused of accepting bribes. Wow. On Monday, the DOJ ordered federal prosecutor to drop the indictment against Adam in a stunning intervention, saying it was restricting him from immigration enforcement. This last move from D.C. prompted the Manhattan U.S. attorney in charge of the case to resign on Thursday. Now, the right members of NYC Council who met separately with Balthazar Tom on Thursday prior to his meeting with Adams said Balthazar Tom hoped the mayor would support efforts to roll back sanctuary protection. He's expecting cooperation, Council member Bob said of Balthazar Tom. Now, the mayor has already ordered city officials to lawfully cooperate with Donald in what is now developing into an unusual series of Renevis, I think that's how you pronounce it, and Balthazar Tom and Adams held a meeting last December before Donald took office, from which emerged the news that the mayor was weighing whether to allow ICE to reestablish an office at the city notorious Rikers Island. Now, an ICE office there closed in 2015 under sanctuary laws. Current law explicitly bans ICE authorities from having an office tasked with enforcement duties on Department of Correction property. However, proponents of the idea say having a facility at the jail would make it easier for federal agents to deport people held there before they can be released onto the streets. Well, one thing I tell you, at least Adam is cooperating. I don't know what's going to happen to those other two. Again, the Attorney General and the Gov. But they need to cooperate. If not, it's going to be a lot of stuff going down. While Adams has not publicly discussed the Rockers' ideas since December, he recently enraged immigration advocates after a leaked memo revealed guidance appearing to make it easier for ICE officers to go into what had previously been designated as sensitive locations, such as certain facilities, and including church, only to have to walk back some of the policy language later after an outcry. We will not put a frontline worker in harm's way and subject to cuff by federal officers simply by doing their job, said the city's corporation council. Now you have this person here who issued a video and flow chart with new guidelines that she said apply to many city agencies under current law, signed by the former mayor, de Blasio. New York City law enforcement do not usually cooperate with ICE, and ICE is prohibited from many locations except when they have a warrant signed by a judge that alleges a serious crime has been committed. I cannot have any city employee that will get in the way of ICE carrying out their job as a federal authority. That will be irresponsible for me, the mayor said last Sunday in an interview. And it says here whether the mayor has executive authority to reopen an ICE facility at Rikers Island remains unclear, but he discussed the possibility in a 12 December meeting with Baltazar Tom. Now, Donald administration, Baltazar, who told the New York Post at the time that the mayor has done a complete 180 on a immigration policy in terms of being willing to cooperate with federal gov. Now, the mayor went out of his way to meet Donald after the election and establish a warm relationship with the right now leader and his team in an unlikely alliance. Advocates say Adams' stance on sanctuary laws seems weak at best. Now, this person here, director of NY Immigration Coalition, issued a statement that the mayor dangerous policy on ICE access to sensitive location will further force families into the shadow and leave countless New Yorkers vulnerable to detention and deportation simply for accessing basic services. He called on Adams to reverse the policy completely or face a lawsuit. Man. As some New Yorkers live in fear after recent ICE raids that have reportedly scooped up at least 100 residents, Adams had insisted that all New Yorkers should continue sending the young ones to school and using city services when needed. You know, we are hearing over and over rumors of ICE raiding certain facility. Didn't happen, he told WABC. We are hearing over and over again, ICE raiding shelters. Didn't happen, he said. He accused the media of feeding hysteria, and sometimes the media could go overboard. So ICE reestablishing a presence at Rikers Island is a risk to due process, advocates say. Adam has repeatedly talked of changing laws that protect many, cooperating more closely with ICE and expelling lawlessness migrants. But it is far from clear how many convicted lawlessness have been cuffed so far during high-profile ICE raids. And at Rikers Island, the vast majority of those held at the jail have not been convicted of their charges. In August 2023, 87% of its approximately 6,000 detainees were there pretrial, according to a city comptroller report. The New York City-based IDP has worked since 2008 to dismantle ICE from the criminal legal system and stop what it called a jail to deportation pipeline. As the Donald administration goals of causing panic and fear with carrying out harmful detention is happening in the Big Apple and around our country, we are more concerned than ever about the mayor's persistent claims that he will seek to roll back laws our communities have long relied on to feel safe. Now, notorious 10 jail complex at Rikers Island faces long-standing problems and is under federal receivership due to concern with understaffing, lawlessness, violence, and others. So the ICE New York office, field office, did not respond to requests for comment, reestablishing the ICE Arrow unit at Rikers Island will allow Arrow NYC officers to take direct custody of foreign-born lawlessness offenders without the need to re-apprehend these lawlessness at large in the community. Alright, so once again, guys, we are definitely seeing something here. It's a great battle going on in the Big Apple. So in recent past, ICE housed something called its criminal alien program at Rikers, which focuses on deporting many who are deemed to pose a warning to the public safety. Mr. Adams' in December discussion of reopening ICE at Rikers was one more example of the city trying to use city resources to further ICE agenda. All right. Move out the way. They're coming. They're coming. And again, it's just the tip of the iceberg here. So I'm just going to end in this one. So once again, NYC Mayor Eric Adams has announced an executive order allowing ICE agents to operate on Rikers Island after meeting with Border Czar Tom. You know how bad is Rikers Island? They call that place, sometimes they call the place Scarface. Because a lot of people get, well, I don't want to say it, but again, you guys watch the movie Scarface. You got Al Pacino plays as Tony Montana. You got a big scar right here. Again, a lot of them out in Rikers Island, they have that. But again, there's a lot of those people in that island, and it seems like they're about to send them, and I do believe they're gonna send them to Guantanamo Bay. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, please share this video. For those of you that want to give the light to Christ, you can email me. My email is in the description box. Me and my wife are here to help many and to lead many to the righteous path, and that's the path of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. Once again, guys, $1 a month Patreon will get you access to our live stream every Monday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.